We saw a sea of signs and chants that filled the Boston Common here today, Amelia, as thousands turned out for the No Kings rally, joining a national day of protest. Boston Common filled with thousands today as a massive crowd gathered for what organizers called the No Kings rally.
We don't follow the rules of a king, a narcissist, a tyrant.
I feel anger that our country has turned into this mess, just a mess.
And we got to get the message out.
People from across Massachusetts and beyond showing up, saying they're standing up for democracy and pushing back against what they see as government overreach.
We've come to some things in the past, but not something of this scale before. So I was, and this guy was saying, I don't totally know what to expect.
I'm despondent about the environment. I'm despondent about the political situation. I'm despondent by the fact that who is benefiting from this war.
I do not agree with how the government is using ICE and our tax dollars going to support that. I also do not agree with the Iran war. Also, gas prices are incredibly high right now.
Attendees held signs, chanted, and marched through the Common, many saying they feel their voices are being heard by local leaders.
We feel fortunate to be here in this state because we do have people who care and stand up and try to fight. And yeah, this is the cradle of democracy. And that, you know, that hits home.
For some, it was about protecting rights. For others, a call for accountability heading into the midterms.
I'm really hoping that this is the largest protest ever because there seems to be building momentum, and I hope that carries through into the midterms so we can get some control over our government again.
And many of the demonstrators used that momentum as they demonstrated throughout the city, marching, calling for accountability, and urging their leaders to listen.
8 million Americans protested during No Kings Day today. This was the third No Kings Day since Donald Trump's second inauguration. If you went to a No Kings protest today, thank you. If I saw you at a No Kings protest today, I guess you know how I lost my voice. If you've never been to one, people of all ages hang out, listen to music, make noise, use their freedom of speech. There are handmade signs and bubbles. The event I attended was organized by Pine Philadelphia, so we had soft pretzels. This was the third No Kings Day, and some people speculated that nobody would show up, and this doesn't do anything. But we're growing. More and more people are admitting what's going on is unconstitutional. I had fun today. And out there chanting with you reminds me that I am not alone. We're going to get through this.
What kind of nation spends billions of dollars on war while its people are struggling?
Today, there are over 3,000 No Kings protests taking place all over America. And although it is your American right to protest, to voice your opinion however you see fit, the No Kings protests, just in my opinion, have to be, at least nationally, the dumbest protests I've ever seen. This is the third round of No Kings protests in America since President Donald Trump has been president for the second time. Third round. America's Constitution is still alive and well. Our country was literally created to escape monarchy. It is literally anti-American to have a king. We do not have a king currently. If we have a king, we would no longer be America. Those two things will never go together. So to have a protest around the country titled No Kings, when there's nothing about America right now that resembles a monarchy, is ridiculous. I'm starting to believe, and I've had these thoughts for a minute, but the fact this is the third time, I'm starting to believe that this is some sort of calculated psyop. Like, my fellow Americans are being manipulated. I'm not telling them not to dislike President Donald Trump. That is your American right. That's what makes part of this country so great, is that you can disagree with your government and nothing really happened to you by your government. That's not my issue. I don't care. Hate President Donald Trump. I don't care. But to do these protests under the guise of No Kings, something is going on here. And I don't have all the answers, but I know something is fishy. Something is fishy. This doesn't make any sense. How about a more jobs protest? How about less expensive homes protest? It's something that really affects the material conditions of Americans. No kings? You're literally protesting against nothing. Look up what the definition of a king is and look at what America has and see if anything aligns besides them both being in leadership of a nation. Kings are elected. Kings pass down power by bloodline. There are no checks and balances with kings. There are no three branches of government in a monarchy. A king cannot be impeached. You see what I'm saying? But have fun out there. Be safe or whatever.
Across the United States, millions of people are marching to voice their anger over President Donald Trump's policies. More than 3,000 protests are taking place nationwide. We are here in St. Paul, Minnesota at the flagship protest. This is the third wave of demonstrations under the No Kings banner, a slogan that protesters here tell me is meant to send a message that the power belongs to the people, not one person.
Well, as citizens of the United States, this is our country. We have government, but right now our government isn't working for us. We have a king, a dictator, that needs to go. And the power lies with us.
The Minneapolis-St. Paul area was selected as the main event for this round of No Kings protests after the Trump administration's recent immigration crackdown here. The raids left 2 people dead, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, shot by federal agents.
You know, I didn't even know the No Kings protest was going on until I turned on social media. I'm serious, I had no clue. Soon as I walked outside, I could hear, I live in LA, Los Angeles, California. I could hear horns all over there. I literally just saw 2 people walk down my street, a mother and her son with No Kings on the back of their shirt. I actually recorded the mom, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not really into recording people and then just posting it. I actually had to ask ChatGPT, what are the No Kings protests about? And that's my wording. What's the purpose? No King protests are part of a broader political message. It's a slogan rooted in American history being used in modern protests to express concerns about power. No kings means no monarch ruling over people. Government should be accountable to citizens, okay? Like in Minnesota, I'm guessing, or California, where I live at. And leaders are not above the law. The modern protests are about, when people say no kings, they usually protesting what they see as too much centralized power. Guys, has our power become any more centralized? Or is it still the same? And I'm asking, I know you're going to want to say I'm MAGA, and I've never said that one time, you little dirtbag. The purpose of the No Kings protest is mostly symbolic and political. Sends a message to remind leaders they're not kings. Dude, you're not getting me out in the streets of Los Angeles as a reminder to my leaders. I'm going to tell you what I see as a regular dad, a regular dude, a regular Marine. The fact that no power has changed. We have no king. We've never had one. We don't have one now, and we're not in danger of ever having one. All it shows me is that the people out there are extremely disconnected from reality. How they feel is totally just detached from all reality. But if you're out there and you're all about the No Kings, I do want to hear from you. I want to hear from all you guys. All right? What's this really about? Drop a comment. Let me know what you think.
can't make this stuff up. You see all these people here? Look at it, all these people. We have to have the most terrible president in the United States of America in order for all these people to be gathered here at the No King protest, which is really code for remove Donald Trump. This is a remove Donald Trump protest at the highest level once again, and the year's barely gotten started. Look at all these incredible signs that people are doing. Wow, effing joke. This is what fraud looks like. I mean, these people hate Donald Trump like I do. Ah, chinga la migra. Ooh, keep it clean. Check out these bubbles right here. What do the bubbles mean? What do the bubbles mean? I feel clean. Thank you so much. It helps me out. A bubble bath. Oh, wow. Thank you. Stop the U.S.-Israel war on Iran. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. And the bubbles keep coming. Wow. I love this. Oh, look at this sign. Disobey. Wow. These people really hate Donald Trump here like I do. This feels like home. We all hate Donald Trump. Hitler's SS had immunity until he was gone. They were hanged. Wow. Pleasure meeting you. Oh, I thought his sign was hard. Wow, stop killing people. Very direct and to the point. Thank you, sir. Very direct. I thought I saw some harsher signs, but this is up there. And then you got the ICE agents right there too. Boom. I need it. Oh, I like this. The only place for kings is on a chessboard, and even there, the goal is to topple them. Woo! Thank you. Oh, look at that right there. 0 days since the last constitutional crisis. You can't make this stuff up. No kings, no throne. Trump is out. So in other words, Trump needs to get immediately removed from office. I love it when I love it because it's short and sweet, to the point, and everyone can understand it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for being a Trump hater today with me. I appreciate it. We're making serious progress out here. No U.S.-Israel war. Oh yeah. Look at that. If you're hungry, they got food for you. And as you can see, look at all these Americans out here fighting for what's right. They're over Donald Trump. They don't like Donald Trump. They're Trump haters just like me, Big Zeus. Look at that. The devil wears orange. Deport the felon. There you go. Real patriots. You can't ask for anything more than this. America has woken up and said they are tired of Donald J. Trump.
So today, everybody outside hollering no kings. And I agree, there should be no kings in America. But they got you out here thinking king only means one person or party. What they're really doing is trying to make king synonymous with Trump. But they don't want to talk about their king behavior, so let's talk about it. Where was the same energy when people were told, take this shot or lose your job? That's not freedom, that's king behavior. Take this shot or you can't work, you can't travel, can't eat at certain places. That's not a choice, that's king behavior. How about when people's religious beliefs was pushed aside and their exemptions weren't respected? That's power being placed above your personal conviction. Let's stop sugarcoating it. That was king behavior. And the kings gave you a famous slogan. Remember? My body, my choice. Your body, your choice when it's trending. Your body, your choice when kids who can't vote, can't drink, can't get a tattoo are making life-altering decisions via chemical castration and transitioning. And your kings are allowing that. But when it came to the vaccine, now it's take it or deal with the consequences. Lose your job, lose your income, lose your stability. Oh, so now choice got rules. Let's be honest. My body, my choice ain't a principle. It's a slogan. Because in reality, it's your body, their choice. Yeah, your king's choice. And a lot of people didn't want it. They just couldn't afford to lose everything. That cost people jobs, livelihoods, peace of mind. So don't come outside screaming no kings if you were silent when kings was making those same moves. If you're really against kings, be against all of them. Big or small, not just the ones they tell you to point at. Because the reality is, we're peasants to both sides.
Like, what do y'all think he's doing? Issuing royal decrees? Like, I don't think you guys know what a king is. I really don't. I think it's just, we don't like him and we want everyone to know that we don't like him. So we're going to stand out in the street and try to get our way. And what is their way, you might ask? Things that already exist. Why don't y'all just go reread the Constitution and the Bill of Rights? I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to be condescending. Like, you would probably feel so much better. You look stressed. Like, imagine if everything was fine. Like, imagine if you didn't have to stress about something that wasn't real. Like, does that not sound nice? I really don't understand. Imagine thinking that there's a king in the United States of America when we have hundreds of elected officials on the federal level and millions on the state level. Do you guys know what a monarch is? Also, if he was a king, the America Save Act would have already been passed by now. Did you forget about that part? Remember when they told me that if I vote for Donald Trump that he's gonna take women's rights away? I'm still driving. If he was a king, he wouldn't let y'all look so stupid in public.
Hello everyone, my name is Wilson. You're awesome, man.
Awesome, thank you.